I'm excited to share with you guys my second semester experience of my first year of college. I probably won't do this video like every semester. I think the next time y'all see this video would be my first semester of senior year and my last semester of college.
What is up, you guys? It's your girl Cianna Renee, and I'm back at it again with another video. In today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, thumbnail, and intro, we're taking it pretty full circle this video, you know, a way to honor the new year coming up, as well as to honor the fact that I am currently entering my last semester at Hampton University, which is insane to even say or think about. In today's video, you guys, I will be talking about the truth about college, my last fall semester at Hampton University. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys do, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, hit that post notification bell, and hit that subscribe button, and follow me on all my social medias. The links to all of them will be in the description box below, and I hope you guys enjoy going down memory lane with me. So let's hop straight into this video. I'm not gonna lie, like, to be honest, y'all, this was not my favorite semester. You know, it was very rocky and it was very rough on me, but I feel like this semester is when I really learned a lot about myself and other people. I obviously made some mistakes, but I also feel like everything was a building block, everything was a learning lesson. And I personally feel like regardless of whether I was the victim or I made a mistake, it doesn't matter. Like, I learned regardless. Yeah, I'm not going to be hard on myself. That's one thing I had to learn just throughout college, is to not be so hard on myself, because I'm young and I make mistakes. And as long as I keep trying and keep pushing and try to be the best that I can be, the best version of myself every single day, then it doesn't even matter. It was nothing positive. Y'all don't want to hear about band camp, honestly. My first day of classes, honestly, I had a really great first day of classes. Go check out my first day of class video. It was a really great day. The Sigmas were handing out roses and everybody was, you know, flaunting in the stew with their little fits on and outside the stew. It was a great day, to be honest. I wish I would have vlogged more of those moments, but either way, I had a great time. I took pictures. It was bright and sunny outside, and it was just a great way to start off the semester. I do think I truly had a great start to the year. Next, you guys, the first Darty. The first cookout Darty was lit. I'm not gonna lie, I was lit. I barely remember that day, to be honest, but it was fun. It was very fun. I had a great time. And yeah, I've been hanging around a lot of people that I truly feel like make me happy, and I've learned that if you're not bringing me peace, if you're not bringing me happiness, you're not meant to be in my life. And that's something I just had to learn throughout maneuvering throughout college. So I definitely feel like, you know, when it comes to going to parties and going out with friends, I'm very intentional about who I do those things with, because I want to have a good time, you know what I'm saying? And it's senior year. I'm not trying to be nowhere where I'm not wanted or I feel uncomfortable. That Darty was lit because I was around good people, good vibes, good energy, and we just had a great time, and we were all, of course, safe and responsible. So, but y'all, that Darty was packed. I'm not gonna lie. Like, y'all gonna see the picture, that Darty was packed. Next, you guys, as the new president for the 2025-2026 academic school year for the student film organization, I decided to do a e-board photo shoot with my e-board for the organization, and it came out so cute, you guys. We had a couple hiccups in terms of like where we were shooting, like super last minute. I'm talking day of, time of, everything, but we handled it with grace and we maneuvered, and it came out great, honestly. Like, it was a great photo shoot. It was like a director's cut type of photo shoot, which I thought would be a perfect start to like a e-board photo shoot that could happen, you know, as the years go on. Yeah, we had a little director's chair. We all came in black and white, and it was cute. It was cute. Yeah, I'm excited that we did that. I'm really happy that we did that, because that was a great, you know, start to the semester as well for our organization. Next, you guys, we went to A&T for the Hampton versus A&T game. This was in September. It was mid-September, and this was a good game. We won, I believe we won. It was a very close call, though. If we didn't win, I know it was a very close call. It was a rough game, I'm not gonna lie, but it was a good game. Yeah, shout out A&T. I'll be at GHO next year, hopefully. Next, you guys, the org bazaar. This was my very first org bazaar as president of the student film organization, and must I say, I think I did a great job on that poster. Well, we did a great job. I had took it home last minute to just try to get some final touches, and I worked on it like all night, but I think it came out amazing. And yeah, I thought we had a great org bazaar, and our friend He's a camera guy. He's a true cinematographer. Zach, shout out Zach if you're watching this. But he brought this huge expensive camera of his and this light that goes along with it. And we pretty much had like an interactive table with the camera and people got to, you know, interact with it. It was pretty cool. So that was a great event. And I think we had a great turnout. And we brought about 80 applicants. So yeah, I only did one Warner Brothers partnership this year, unfortunately. I actually haven't talked about this in my last Truth About College videos because I wasn't a Warner Brothers partner at the time. But throughout my semesters at Hampton University, from fall semester of sophomore year up until now, I've had the pleasure of being a Warner Brothers campus ambassador, and we get to promote movies on our campus. This semester, we only did one battle after another. We got to partner with a coffee shop, so I guess that's cool. It was a pretty quiet weekend because it was the HU versus HU game that weekend, but we had a pretty good turnout at the table. People got to get some coffee or hot apple cider and some pastries and stuff just to promote the movie. It was pretty cool. Other than that, I just been working on like presentations to present like other movies that come out next year. So yeah, but I think Warner Brothers this upcoming semester is going to be pretty, you know, packed and exciting. So I'm excited. Next, you guys, HU versus HU. You guys, I truly feel like this set the tone for the terrible semester that I had. Because why did we lose that game? They haven't lost since like 2014. 2015, maybe like 2016, I don't know. But since I've been here, we've won. And my senior year, y'all decided to switch up. What's going on? Anyways, the game was great. I mean, the energy was amazing, but unfortunately we lost. Next, you guys, they announced the homecoming lineup. This was pretty different. Either it was different or I just never been to this, because they had students playing like the artist that was gonna come out, and I thought that was so cute. But we had a pretty good lineup this year. We had Vicky Lowe, K Camp, we had Cash Cobain, and we had Zeddy Will. It was a pretty lit homecoming, I'm not gonna lie. Now I was a little depressed at the concert due to some circumstances, but we had a great time, and that's all that matters. Y'all, my freshman year, the lineup was terrible. So to get this in return, my last year at Hampton was amazing. It was an amazing experience. Next, you guys, opening convocation. If you guys don't know, I was supposed to vlog this, but I didn't. It was too much going on. Opening convocation was basically like a pre-graduation. It's a tradition that Hampton University does, so it's like a pre-graduation for seniors. So at the beginning of the year, you pretty much have like it looks like a traditional graduation ceremony, but obviously not with the calling the names and things like that. So yeah, it was just a bunch of talking, and that's really all it was. My family came, my brother, my sister, my stepdad, my mom, they all came out, and my brother's birthday was actually the day of opening convocation, so we celebrated his birthday. He turned 8. It was so cute, but that day was draining because literally right after, I had to rush and change my clothes and everything. Right after that, hopped on a bus, and the band had to go to Capital City Battle of the Bands in Maryland. That's my life. But the crazy part was only seniors stayed at Hampton for opening convocation. Everybody else, they was already in Maryland by the time I want to say was on the road. So they had left before opening convocation even started. So we were kind of late. Like once we pulled up, everybody was already like in the stands, getting set up and stuff like that. So it's kind of crazy how I did all of that in a day. At Capital City Battle of the Bands, I guess this was moment to document. Jabari Banks was there. He was the host. We got to meet him. And one of the perks of being a media team member and not an actual band person is that when we're on the field before the band plays, we're right next to the celebs. So we get our pictures in real quick before the band goes on. And I got my picture, best believe. And y'all could call me crazy, but the way that man looked at me, I don't know. But yeah, that made my day. So next, you guys, Disney on the Yard. They visited Hampton and I decided to go. It was a great networking experience. It was like a little mixer. I got to talk to people who actually work for Disney in multiple different aspects, and it was a great experience. I got to give out my card. I was being real professional. Some of them were Hampton alum, which was amazing. So just having that opportunity to really know how to, or learn how to network, was pretty cool, because I was in a lot of those positions in my summer internship, and I could say that's probably one of my biggest things that I needed to work on, is my ability to talk and make conversation with people who are in positions that I want to be in. And I feel like the Disney on the Yard experience was a great, way to get my legs kicking on that. And you know what I'm saying? Because I struggle with that a lot, but that experience definitely gave me like a little beginner approach to doing it. So I visited my best friend at DSU for her homecoming, and little did I know my life was about to fall apart right at this moment. So you guys, I think her homecoming was October 11th. So that weekend, I went that Friday, left that Sunday, I think. But basically, I went to DSU's homecoming. It was a great experience. And I got to spend time with my friend, my bestie, and her friends. And it was a great kickoff to homecoming, because I think my homecoming was like 2 weeks after that. So it was cool to get to experience another school's homecoming for the first time. I never been to her school. And she actually visited my school my freshman year, spring semester, which I think I talk about that. That's crazy, because I think I talk about that in my spring semester recap. So yeah, I visited her this time, and it was a great time. It's always a great time with her. My homecoming was actually a week after this, literally. So we had a little week break, and then literally the following week, that Sunday, was homecoming kickoff. And y'all, this was a great homecoming. Unfortunately, I let a man ruin half of the week for me. But after that, I was great. I was lit. I was turned. Hair was done. Nails was done. Everything was lit. Outfits was tea. People was coming. People was here. It was an amazing experience. So you guys, let's take y'all through the week. First things first, we have the homecoming kickoff. Nothing too crazy. This is honestly not a good kickoff. Y'all can watch my homecoming vlog. First of all, just watch it. I'm gonna run through this real quick how it went, but watch the vlog, because I literally show everything, and y'all see the excitement of me getting ready and all of that stuff. Yeah, the homecoming kickoff really wasn't that good. It ended pretty early, which was unfortunate. They like to use freshmen having curfew as the excuse, but curfew's at 11. Why is the party ending at 10? It needs to end at 10:30. We're right by the freshman dorms. Like, I don't understand. It really ended at like 9:45, which I thought was crazy, because they don't need an hour to get back to their rooms. Their rooms is right there. Like, I don't understand. Coordination was great. I'm the president of my org, so I had to come out and support my Mr. and Miss, and they did a great job walking, so that was cool. Also, the homecoming fashion show, I thought it was a great fashion show. They did a Blacker the Berry theme, so it was kind of like the Uncle Tom, like Kendrick Super Bowl vibe, and it was a pretty great performance. And obviously the clothes, the fashion, it's a HBCU, so what else do we expect? We feel. Next, y'all, the concert. Like I said, the lineup was great, so of course the concert was great. I was just going through it with a dude. Like, it's really all it is. I'm not gonna get into detail, but piece of advice: do not let these men ruin your college experience, because I can say that for my last undergrad homecoming, I kept thinking to myself, it's unfortunate that a man literally ruined this concert for me. Anyways, the concert was still great. I didn't let it faze me for too long. It bothered me for like 2.5 days, but after that, I locked in and remembered who I was, and we kept it pushing, because we don't let people stop the motion, period. So yeah, the concert was great. Step show was great. The Alphas and the Poodles won. Can we just take a moment to honor the fits for homecoming, because I personally feel like I ate down. Like really, the crop camo jacket, the skirt with the oversized leather jacket, the boots, the like, it was really eating like this whole time. The Hampton jacket, like, I'm not gonna lie, my favorite part of homecoming had to be Friday, which was the 12 to 5, which is typically at the stew, but they moved it to the Harbs this year. Hampton was being a little ghetto. I don't know what they was on, but it was lit still. I didn't get no footage because, like I said, it was lit. So that's how that went. Of course, the tailgate, that was my second favorite day. When I say second favorite, I just mean like the second day. That was also my favorite. I can't pick and choose between Friday and Saturday. They were both great days, to be honest. And like the tailgate was really fun. I had to wake up early and do some content for Historically Black Sense on Friday and Saturday. I honestly feel like that just made the moment even better because we actually got to ask certain questions that allowed alumni to tell their Hampton experience when they were here. And there was so much lore that I found out about this school from like the 2000s and like the 90s and then like the 70s. Like, either way though, this was a great tailgate experience. I wouldn't trade this homecoming experience for anything. I really got to soak in the moment and enjoy my homecoming as a senior. So yeah, that's one thing I could say I definitely learned at Hampton, or just in general in life. You have to fight for what you want, because as long as you speak up and as long as you keep pushing and you fighting for what you really want, if it's meant for you, it will come back to you. I promise you. Sometimes God just has to teach you a lesson, and honestly, like, I feel like I did have to learn a couple lessons myself. And although I feel like this situation could have played out way better than it did, which I'm not going to go into detail obviously again, but I do feel like, again, I'm grateful that they've given me the people in my life. They've given me the experiences and the lessons in my life. So yeah, y'all, I made sure to make sure that my birthday was lit this year. Growing up, I always was given a great birthday, but when I got to college, I realized I had to be the one to give myself a good birthday. So November 9th was not my birthday. It was actually 4 days before my birthday. I had a photo shoot, and this photo shoot came out so tea, you guys. Like, I am in love with the way these pictures came out, and I loved my look. I planned it all by myself. The hair, the makeup, the outfit, the nails, everything was my idea. And it was like a champagne glass photo shoot. I really ate this, y'all. Like, please, y'all go see the one. It's great. And shout out to my friend Mashad. He took my pictures for free because he's the GOAT. He's one of my closest friends. So, but after that, you guys, the day of my birthday, well, actually the night before my birthday, I invited some friends over to celebrate with me, and like they came around 11:30, and then when midnight hit, we all sung happy birthday. We cheered and everything. It was super cute. My mom was on the phone. It was a great night. It was just a great way to kick off my birthday weekend, because like I said, I had to make the most of my birthday, and I was gonna make it about me because every other year I've kind of felt like upset about my birthday. I always thought somebody was gonna do something for me, but it's like, no, you gotta do stuff for yourself, girl. So that's what I did. And then the day of my birthday, my Hampton bestie Lexi, she got me a little gift, which was super cute. I tried wicked margaritas at Chili's, which was super fun. I got a little triple dipper. I can't even say that word. I got a triple dipper, and I also tried the Elphaba and Glinda margaritas, which was great. And then, you guys, the day after, my mommy came, and so did my bestie. It was a fun time, so we're gonna run through this again. They surprised me with gifts, and you guys, also, just to backtrack a little bit, there's a vlog on my channel. It's actually the videos before this one, so please go watch those because they're not doing as good as I would have hoped. But yeah, go check out my birthday vlogs. But yeah, they surprised me with gifts, and then that night I went bar hopping. It was a struggle trying to find bars that were open in Virginia, especially Hampton, Virginia. So unfortunately we didn't have much success, but we had a few drinks. It was cool. It was just a way for me to celebrate, you know, being 21 and stuff. I was supposed to get a piercing, but it ended up not happening, unfortunately. But yeah, you guys can go check out those vlogs because I think they're really good vlogs, personally. And yeah, also Summer Walker's album came out the day after my birthday, and Y'all, I know I told y'all I would update y'all on that album, and what can I say, that album is probably one of my favorites of summers. Oh, also my mom got me the Summer Walker vinyl for my birthday as well. Well, was it for, yeah, I think it was for my birthday, but it came in the mail or something. I don't remember. But I got the Summer Walker Finally Over It album as soon as it dropped. Like, she literally got it before it even released, so that was great. And yeah, I just had a great birthday weekend, and we went to the poodle pageant. If you guys don't know, my best friend is a poodle, so it was actually poodle week at my school the weekend that she came, because their Founders Day falls the day before my birthday. So it was cool that she got to experience that and, you know, see those moments and stuff like that. And then, you guys, that Sunday for my birthday, I had a brunch with my closest friends, and it was just breakfast and mimosas, so it was great. I had a really good plate. I'm gonna put it on the screen. And then I just got a mimosa. Yeah, I just got a little champagne and orange juice. It was really good, and I'm gonna pretend like I never had that before. But y'all, tell me why one of my friends stood on the chair and yelled in the restaurant. You guys can see this video on my vlog, but he yelled in the restaurant and made the whole restaurant sing happy birthday to me. It was so embarrassing. You could see my face, like, I'm so embarrassed, and it was just such like it was a weird, like, I was so embarrassed. It was so awkward, and like, everybody's cheering and clapping for me, and I'm just like, I'm gonna kill him. But yo, I can say that definitely made the birthday weekend even funnier. And we all took a group picture. I took some pictures with my mom because she actually left right after that, and my best friend ended up staying just a little later, just till like 10, I think. So the brunch was over around like 3. She stayed until 10, and then after that I had a little game night at my house. People came over, we, you know, had some drinks and stuff. It was lit. So yeah, I had a great birthday week, as you can tell, and I made the most of it, and I'm so happy I did, because if I didn't, 21 wouldn't have been as great as it was. So yeah. Next, you guys, right before Thanksgiving break, my friend, one of my old grad friends that I've known, he surprised me. He told me like, hey, I'm in Hampton, and I was like, what? Shut up. So he came and we saw Wicked. Like, I think that day, yeah, that night we saw Wicked, because I planned on going with some other friends already who know him as well. And so he was like, don't even tell them I'm going, just tell them you have a ride and we're gonna go and surprise them. So we did that, and we saw Wicked, and that was great. He fell asleep during the movie, but whatever. It was a great movie. Personally, I would rate the first one better than the second one, but I think just because of the fact that I didn't really have no knowledge on the movie, so watching it for the first time was great. But I do think like the unfolding of the second one was better, just like seeing the Tin Man turn into the Tin Man and the Scarecrow turn into the Scarecrow. I love how at the end of the movie they recreate the Broadway show picture. I think that's so cute. So yeah. Last but not least, you guys, literally the last week of school was Alpha Week, and they had their Black is Gold pageant, and one of my teammates, which I didn't even talk about, you guys, I joined the hip hop dance team at my school my last year. Yes, I know. I've been wanting to do this forever, and I decided that my senior year was going to be the year that I did it. One of my teammates on the team actually won Miss Black is Gold, so that was exciting for her. She did amazing, you guys. Like, she did a whole tap dance for her piece, and I loved it so much. I sent it to Historically Black Sense, and they ended up posting her and congratulating her. So that was great. But that was pretty much the last final weeks of school. Other than that, I was spending the rest of the week like doing finals and stuff like that, because Alpha Week was right before finals week. It was during like the last week of classes. So I'm so glad that, you know, one of my teammates won. Congratulations to her. And yeah, so that was pretty much my experience. Other than that, I would say the main lessons I learned this year really were like, you know, not letting those trials get to you, and not letting them get in the way of your tribulations, not letting your cons get in the way of your pros, not letting your disadvantages get in the way of your advantages. And I feel like a lot of these moments I just had to mature, and I feel like I definitely developed a bit of a more mature mindset compared to my previous years at Hampton. Just from everything that I've been through, I've learned how I react, and I shouldn't react the way that I do, and I shouldn't allow certain people to bring out certain emotions, or not even necessarily bring out certain emotions, but I shouldn't let them allow me to get out of character. And even if they do, I need to learn from that and learn to better myself, but I also need to learn to distance myself from those type of people, because those type of people aren't good for my energy, and they're not good for my, well-being. So it was a hard realization. I also feel like I really try to be liked by everybody, and the sad truth is not everybody's gonna like you. Like, truthfully, not everybody's gonna like you. Like, you can try your hardest, you can pay for them to eat out with you, you can allow people to do so much, and you can give people so much of you, whether it's physically, emotionally, mentally, but if they don't like you, none of that's gonna matter. It's not gonna change how they treat you, and you can't allow those people into your life, like, truthfully. So I'm done. Like, I've truly ripped the bandage off, and I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I don't want people around where I feel like I have to do something, or I have to do so much to please them so that they can be around me. I don't need nobody that much, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the right people are gonna come into my life, and it's gonna be no effort. Like, all I have to do is be myself and be the good, valuable person that I am in my friendships, and somebody's going to love and appreciate that. I already have people who do. So that's one lesson I had to learn. And I just had to learn as well, like, just because it's my senior year, I don't have to fulfill every single thing. And it's so hard to say that, because obviously you feel like it's your senior year, you said you were going to do all these things, you're going to finish it. But you also have to be not only realistic with yourself, but not so hard on yourself. You're going to have a million things that you want to complete before you finish undergrad. And the hard truth is, not all of it may be finished or completed, but that is okay, because as long as you made your mark, or you even fulfilled like 5 or 6 or 7 of the 10 goals that you had on your list, that is okay. Those 3, unfortunately, they weren't fulfilled, but it's okay. Like, you don't have to be so hard on yourself. And I feel like as a senior in college, I feel like a lot of us may go through this, where we feel like we have so much to do and we burn ourselves out, and instead of enjoying senior year, we're so focused on checking things off. And it's like, relax, release, especially if you know it's going to burn you out or give you stress. If it's not, then go ahead, try. But if you know it's going to burn you out, be proud of the things that you've already done, because I feel like burnout really comes from people who really push and do their hardest, and they go beyond limits, which is great, but that should be what you're proud of. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't feel defeated because you worked hard. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be defeated if you worked hard. If you worked hard, it doesn't matter what you didn't complete. It obviously wasn't meant for you. And I feel like that's what we should take as signs from God. Don't try to force yourself to finish everything and burn yourself out. If it wasn't meant for you, God is going to let you know that. And everything that you completed was definitely meant for you, because you completed it. And if you didn't, it clearly wasn't. So I really just hope this semester brings me peace and happiness, and I surround it with the right people. I want senior week to be the best week of my life. I want to be able to leave Hampton with a smile on my face, and I really just want to leave Hampton proud, of the trials and how I've overcame them, all the obstacles, all the hardships, all the tears, all the late nights. I want to leave Hampton proud, because regardless of all of that, I still succeeded and I still pushed through. I know I expect straight A's, period, and I expect a great senior week, but I also just hope that I don't allow hardship to ruin my semester. Like, it's my last semester, I have to live it up. And I'm there for a degree at the end of the day. Everything else comes after. So as much as I want to fulfill everything, I'm going to focus on the main things that I need to do, and everything else comes after. And whatever I don't fulfill clearly wasn't meant for me. I just want to have positive vibes only, period. Like, that's really what this last semester is about. Positive vibes only. You guys have watched my journey from the time I applied to college, like, which is crazy. And now I'm here, and some of you guys came along the way. My sophomore year, I feel like that was the biggest year of my channel. My sophomore year, like, is when my numbers really started going up. I went from like 200 subscribers to 500 within that whole year. So it was great. But this is the last bit of the journey that you guys are going to get. And then it's on to the adult life, the adult content, post-grad series. And I'm excited to see what life has in store for me. But we're not going to think too far ahead now, because that's another piece of advice I'm going to give you, is post-grad depression is real, and I already feel it creeping up on me. I felt it creeping up on me this whole winter break, but I had to realize that I still have a semester left. And when I was talking to my cousin about this, she told me, she was like, you still have a semester left. Like, you're thinking so far ahead, but you still have January, February, March, April, and May. You have 5 months, almost half a year until you graduate. So continue this semester. Be happy that you're even here, that you made it this far. And I feel like that's what we really have to do, is not look so far into the future and really take in the present moment, because I feel like a lot of the depression and a lot of the anxiety and sadness really comes from what you're looking ahead of. You know, people always say like, oh yeah, when you're in college you're really an adult, like undergrad, like you're really an adult. But no, you guys are still kids. We're still kids. We're still able to live our life and make mistakes and come home. But post-grad is like, okay, now I'm really an adult. You know what I'm saying? And it's like college kind of helps you. It builds you in a sense, while still allowing you to mess up and make mistakes without any big consequences. But I feel like post-grad, it's like, if you're not making no money, you on your own. Like, you on your own. And even though I do have a home to come back to, it's like there's still certain things that I'm gonna have to do on my own. I'm excited to see where this journey leads me, where this journey takes me, and I'm excited to bring you guys along with me. Post-grad is just the beginning, you guys. Like, this is just the beginning of my story. You guys are just now witnessing my young adulthood life transform and upgrade. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video, you guys. It is 1:14 in the morning. I am importing this footage and going to bed. I might parlay a little bit because I am a night owl, but I just wanted to, you know, express my gratitude for what this semester has taught me. And I really just wanted to give a letter to my future self about what I expect from this semester, and what I hope I gain from this semester, and what I hope I do and what I hope I do not do for this upcoming semester. Because I feel like a lot of this past semester was really just focused on like the negative, and I was so negative. Like, granted, I went through a lot of negative things, but I really let it consume me, and I feel like I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I really want to enjoy my last semester, because after this is done, like, I really don't get these moments again. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed traveling down memory lane with me. Make sure that if you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you want to see more college content as well as post-grad content from me, you give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below what videos you guys want to see from me, and add me on all my social medias. I will be a lot more active on TikTok. That's one of my goals for this next year. It's always been my passion. I just feel like I never really had time being in school. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in my next one. Peace. Take it, baby, take it.